Hey, good morning. Excuse me. This is Christy Mattoon from Rewire, and I've been on a lot of calls, and I'm on a lot of calls all the time. I do all of my work remotely. First of all, I want you to know that. And I've had a few people lately going, I just think it'd be better if we did this face to face. I'm like, well, I'm in the mountains of Utah, so come on up. Like, if you want to, I'm here. I have an office. It's awesome. Let's do it. And what I want to tell you is I have clients all over the world. So I do this remotely all the time. And I think have practiced it for so long remotely. It's no different than we're standing next to each other. And it's really the quantum physics of it. It's our connection to each other that causes it to happen. It's what Albert Einstein called spooky action at a distance. Right? Even then, he knew that there was some weird thing connecting all of this, and it includes us. It doesn't separate us from the connection. We are the connection. We are the cause of the connectedness. We are, right, the connectivity, if you will. It's the energy between all this that makes it happen. And because of focus, because of awareness, because of intention, we can come together. And the created space of the internet has made this a whole different world to work in. So it's just interesting in that regard. And even healing, it's no different. It's no different. And the way I teach this, what I'm doing with people is literally teaching you how to do it. I'm walking you through it. I'm sitting here doing it with you. So added intention, added feeling, added awareness, whatever you want to call it, and I'm sitting here doing it with you, and it makes it a little bit more powerful. It does, right? And it's not that I'm any, and I'm going to use the word better, even though I don't like that word. I'm not any better than you are. I've just practiced it more. It's like practicing a bicep curl. It's like doing a bicep curl. The muscle gets stronger. It's like doing a squat. The muscles get stronger. The more you do the activity, the stronger you get at it. It's just the way it works. This is no different. You're practicing a muscle that's non-local. You're practicing and using something that's not local, perhaps, to the physicality. And when you do that, you get this rapid change. You get this really interesting, rapid transformation kind of thing. And to experience it, I tell people, hey, jump in, do a couple sessions. And it's not a couple sessions. I only sell 10 packs at this point for a reason. Because I know that's what it takes to get a person there. And I don't care where you started, it might take you a little longer, but those 10 sessions will get you from point A to point B in 10 weeks. That's what happens. I charge $1,500 for my 10 pack of sessions, which in the world of this kind of stuff could be considered relatively cheap. And you have to understand, it's not the dollar versus time. That's the way we usually construct and think of things. This is healing people's symptoms. This is getting people out of a mode of stuckness that they have spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on doing protocols and sessions and things where people worked on them and did things for them and going to week-long retreats. Cannot tell you how many clients I have going, I went to the week-long retreat. We won't go into the tweeting. Retreat like 3 times. I walked on fire. This stuff that they tell me is amazing to me. And the question is always the same in my head. Do you know what you're missing? And not missing sitting in front of me. Do you know what the protocols you're doing are missing? They're missing something. We have changed eras. We have changed trajectory as far as humanity and consciousness goes in this period of time. It's not the same as it was. I have said this a few times before, and I'm getting even more and more passionate about saying it because I believe it's so true. The things that used to work the way they used to work are either no longer working that way, or they're just not, it's not the same. They're not helping like we used to think they did. There are things that people are using and they come to me going, oh, I just now spent this X of money on this thing and now you're saying this. We are not looking for the same thing. The level of healing that you're getting is dictated by the level of the thing that you're doing, the vibration that you can raise it up to. If you can find the high level vibration by doing EFT and it hits the mark of whatever it is you're trying to cause, right? The effect that you're trying to cause has to hit that certain vibration. And if you can hit that certain vibration by doing that, knock yourself out, I think it's the perfect answer. If it's whatever the protocol is that you've been using, if it's not working, start asking yourself, what is it missing? It's not that it didn't work or it doesn't work. It's not meeting the need. What is your need? What is your need? Because the part that's missing, if you filled in the blank, if you could fill in that blank, could be the thing that made that protocol work, right? Whether it's NLP, EFT, I don't know, there's so many assorted things. What I have noticed, and here's what I've started doing, is getting people back in touch with themselves. I get laundry lists, and I could show you some of them. Lists, because I ask certain questions, right? People build their lists around the questions I ask, and there's 5 or 6 questions that when you start working with me, you will see. And there's, like, I have been sent pages of information. Do you know that I read it once and I don't go back to it until about the 4th or 5th session? Do you know why? Because it's unrelevant. The information in that list is what's happened to you. It's not about you. It's not who you are. And I'm looking for you. When I find you and I introduce you to yourself in our first session, that's where most people, if they're going to get it, will stop and go, oh, wow. Did you feel that? Did you sense that? That is you. That is your inner being. That is a spirit inside of you trying to break free. The reason I'm so passionate about this, and the reason why I do it the way I do it, is because it is so effective and it is so essential in this period of time that you meet your real self, that you come to know who that internal person, that internal eternal person inside of you is. It's not going to work any other way. We are in another, some people call it dimensions. We're in another dimension. Our plane of reality has shifted because of the plane of consciousness shifting. The time, right? We're heading towards another golden age. I've heard people say this. You're either heading towards a golden age or you're heading back into a dark age. And depending on who you are and how you're thinking, you might be in either one of those categories. It's all up to you at this point. It's in your thought process. It's in the belief system, right? Both of which will steer you wrong. It is not the right way to go about this. Either thinking about it, the analytical junk and the bipolarization that we like to do in our thoughts, the yeses and nos, do's and don'ts, right? All the polarity junk is not going to get you through the coming age. It's just not. When you learn how to operate from your heart, and it is beyond heart coherence. Heart coherence physiologically brings your heart into coherence with your brain. It brings your system into coherence. Beyond heart coherence, what does your heart do? It's not a pump. It's not a pump. And even the idea that it's a pump mechanically is wrong. I believe that's incorrect. The way it's described, and somebody actually had a book the other day that they were like, did you ever read this book? I'll have to find this information again, because I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. And inside your heart transduces information, much like your pineal gland. And we hear Joe Dispenza talking about how the pineal gland transduces information. The heart does exactly the same thing. With intention, with your level of emotion, whatever the emotion is, right? If it's negative, your heart will transduce it into what your heart knows, which is heart-centered emotions. Peace, joy, compassion, love, calmness. It's interesting how this has been so passed over and people haven't seen it. I was shown by an angel how your heart actually works. I was shown this ladder you can walk yourself through. And the power of your heart being able to do more than just coherentness in the system, right? The heart coherent idea, which is so powerful, will start your body healing. Beyond that, there's more to the story. There's more here than just this heart coherence. So I just wanted to say that because I think people are confused about what I do. I have psych-k videos up that are labeled psych-k and mind rewire because I used to do psych-k. I have a video up stating why I don't do it anymore. I haven't taken any of them down because it draws people here to see this. And without some of the other stuff that's been here before, I miss some of the sector that's looking for this kind of information. So I leave them up. And they don't hurt anybody. People see what's going on and they go, oh, because there's more to it than what Bruce Lipton talks about when he talks about there's so many ways to alter the subconscious mind. When he originally made that video, he was probably correct. When he originally made that video, he was probably correct. It's no longer true. We just didn't know what else could alter the subconscious mind. Your heart can do that easier than anything else in your system. And especially outside protocols like psych-k, hypnosis, habituation. Those are all external protocols that somebody else either has to do with you or for you. Your heart is internal. And it's not only internal, it is the organ that will take you into a place where you will meet yourself and find your spirit and go beyond whatever you think is normal. Okay? I mean, I'm trying to throw it out there at this point because this is all changing really, really fast and its speed seems to be, picking up. It's interesting how everything is shifting so quickly. So, I hope this helps. I hope this gives you a little bit more information about what I do. I'll actually stick this, I'll pin this to some of the other videos I have that talk about this kind of thing. When you know that there's more to it than the few things we thought could change the subconscious, there's more ways to get into the subconscious. Did you know that forgiveness will get you, it'll open the subconscious door? A whole brain state, which is the trigger, it's the mechanism that psych-k uses, will open the subconscious door. Gratitude by itself will open the subconscious door. It will. It's interesting how all of those things will throw you into a higher alpha state. That higher alpha state begins to wedge open that subconscious door, and that's all you have to get is a foot in there. So interesting how easy all of this is. None of it's hard. None of it's hard. I hope this helps. Contact me for more information. Feel free to leave messages below. I know I'm going to get punched a little bit for this one, but I'm good. Comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know where I can help. I bless you. My email is christy@mindrewire.com. Contact me if you need more.